My former friend is deep in a brutal drinking spiral. You wouldn't recognize him. Swollen face, empty eyes, shaking hands. He's not the same person anymore. But he used to be just a normal guy. Job, wife, plans. They were expecting a baby, a son, preparing everything, buying things, choosing a name. Life was moving forward. Until he destroyed it himself. His wife was hospitalized late in pregnancy. He was alone. And he cheated. Not just a one-time mistake with her acquaintance. And that woman didn't stay quiet. She told his wife everything, even showed proof. While she was still pregnant, there was no way to deny it. What that did to her, you can only imagine. Both of them died during childbirth. The baby. And his wife. He broke after that. Lost his job for missing work, started drinking and never really stopped. The woman he cheated with disappeared. Of course she did. She didn't want anything to do with this version of him. Now he's alone. A widower. With an empty nursery, a crib no one ever slept in. Sometimes I look at him and think, at what point does someone decide it's worth it?
I had a friend who was about to get married. He was always the fun guy, the prankster, the one who thinks everything is a joke. But a wedding isn't that kind of stage. A couple of weeks before the ceremony, he told me he had a brilliant prank planned for his bride during the wedding. I immediately felt something was off. My girlfriend was close with his fiancé, and I saw how much effort she was putting into everything. The dress, the makeup, every little detail. She was genuinely excited. So I talked to him. Asked directly, "What are you planning? Do you realize you could ruin everything?" He laughed. "Relax. If she loves me, she'll forgive anything." I asked again, "You're not going to say no at the altar or something crazy like that, right?" He waved me off. "You're overreacting." But I knew something would go wrong. And it did. In the middle of the ceremony, this genius grabs a glass of champagne, which he had already mixed with blue dye, and pours it all over his bride, on her dress, her makeup, her hair. Then jokes about how looks don't matter. 1 second of silence. Then her father punched him. A full fight broke out, right there in the registry hall. People screaming, trying to separate them, others getting involved. Total chaos. It only stopped when the police arrived. The wedding was over. The bride moved out of their apartment, cut all contact, completely disappeared from his life. And him? He still thinks he did nothing wrong. Says the dye was washable, just a harmless prank. Claims he wasn't even given a chance to explain. He even filed a complaint against her father for breaking his nose and knocking out his teeth. He's not trying to win her back. He genuinely believes she should apologize to him, because she ruined the wedding. Sometimes it's not about making a mistake. It's about never understanding it at all.
My wife and I have been together for 15 years. We've been through a lot, not perfect, but real. I love her in a quiet, steady way. There's just one thing that's always been there. She can't have children. We tried everything. Doctors, treatments, different options. Hope, frustration, exhaustion, and eventually acceptance. 3 years ago, at a friend's birthday, I met another woman. Alcohol, conversation, that easy feeling, it happened fast. Just one night. At least that's what I thought. But I got pulled in. Not by love, by novelty. She was young, light, uncomplicated. No shared history, no weight. It didn't last long. I ended it myself. I didn't want to destroy my life for something temporary. Then she called. She said she was pregnant. I didn't believe it at first. Asked for a DNA test after the baby was born. It was mine. Now I have a son. And 2 lives. I rent an apartment for them. I support the child financially, help his mother. I visit, spend time with him, watch him grow. And then I go back home. To my wife. Every day I live with the same thought. One day the truth will come out. And when it does, it won't just be about cheating. It will be about the fact that I have a child. Just not with her.
We broke up for a month. Nothing dramatic. Just tension building up, needing space, the usual, let's figure things out. During that month, I slept with someone else. No feelings, no future, just a mistake I didn't want to carry into a fresh start. A month later, we got back together. Things felt calmer, more honest. So I told him. Straight, no excuses. I expected anger, maybe a breakup. He listened quietly, too quietly. Then said, "Big deal. I slept with your sister while we were still together. Everything just stopped." At first, I thought he was joking. Then I looked at him and realized he wasn't. It got worse. My sister didn't deny it. My mom took her side. Because she's the favorite daughter. In one moment, I lost everything. No boyfriend, no sister, no family on my side. And the worst part isn't even the betrayal. It's how easily you can be replaced.
My sister is cheating on her husband. I knew about it. I stayed out of it. No advice, no interference. She's an adult. Her life, her choices. But her husband is insanely jealous. Always checking her phone, her socials, looking for something. Recently, he found a suspicious contact. A number saved as baby. A normal person would deal with that themselves. Not my sister. She told him it was my lover and that she was just covering for me. So just like that, I became a cheater in his eyes. No conversation, no context. Just blame shifted onto me. Later she tells me, "Relax, he won't say anything. Your husband will never find out." And I'm standing there thinking, are you serious? You mess up and drag me into it? I didn't scream, didn't argue. I just called her husband and told him everything. Who's actually cheating and who's lying. Because staying silent is one thing, but I'm not taking the blame for someone else's mess.
I started dating a guy, and it felt like one of those rare, finally something good relationships. Calm, stable, no drama. We weren't living together yet, but we were already talking about renting a place, building a life. Almost a year of everything being perfect. And then he just disappeared. No calls, no messages. 1 day, 2, 3, 4. I went through every possible explanation in my head, cheating, an accident, something terrible happening. On the 4th day, he showed up. Like nothing happened. But he looked different, greasy hair, same clothes I last saw him in, his eyes were off. And the way he talked, it was just a stream of nonsense. That's when I got scared. I texted his best friend and asked what was going on. He replied casually, "He's just going through a phase." What phase? I pushed harder. And he finally told me. My boyfriend has schizophrenia. And everyone knew. All his friends, people around him. And not a single one of them even hinted at it. I stood there trying to process one simple fact. I spent almost a year building a relationship with someone whose condition was deliberately hidden from me. We were planning a future. I could have built a life with him, even had a child with him, without ever knowing what I was walking into.